Hello and welcome back to another Toronto video. In today's one, we're going at the TMNT The Summer Adventures issue number 28 preview images. So yeah, this issue, it seems like it's going to be a pretty interesting one, just because we've got the Turtles and they're going to be going after Gophantos, or how would I say the character's name, and Gophantos is still trying to go after the leader position or the Phantom. So this issue is going to be an interesting one, and what we've seen so far with the preview images, it looks like this could be also a really fun one. We've seen that what Turtles could be imagining and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so on the first page, we do get to see the Turtles. They're riding down the streets with everyone like chanting out Turtles and all that kind of stuff, with them even going on saying that, you know, like everyone loves them and all that kind of stuff. And Raph is happy with that because, you know, it's about time that his face was made for endorsements. So yeah, off to a good start there. And yeah, so I have to say that like when first reading this is definitely an interesting way to start the issue, because I was not expecting it to be like this, and I must admit I was very confused when reading this like the first few pages, because it is just so different and confusing when reading this page compared to I'm gonna say the past few issues where everything's a little bit more turtley, and then you go into something like this and yeah, it's very confusing at first, but yeah. So then in the next page we do get to see Splinter. He's turned human now, and Shredder, he's been arrested and he's going to prison, and he's happy just because in prison he became a master of macrame. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, oh god. And also like with the crowds, some people have already started pointing out people and be like, oh, it's this person, and then like even one of them, I think like even behind Shredder at the bottom, we get to see Mutant Man, who's going to be making an appearance later on in the series. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of cameos which I'm possibly missing because I haven't seen the show, or most of it. So a lot of these cameos are going over my head, but I'd say like even ones which I'm even like spotting out, like Mutant Man, it's quite nice to see, and just like so, you know, it's really great to see like every character here and just be like, yeah, this is, you know, everyone, like every character coming in, celebrating the Turtles. It's just really nice to see them like celebrating this this version of the Turtles. So on the next page, you get to see the mayor called Polk. He comes up and saying that, you know, like you can have the keys to the city, and also while at it, we're also going to give you some pizzas. But not only that, we're also going to give you, you know, pizzas going to be 24/7. So, you know, like you never run out of them. And this makes Mikey happy, and Ruff goes on to question it somewhat because, well, it's Mikey and he's probably going to go through it within like a weekend. But the mayor says, oh no, it'll be fine, just because I've got people working around the clock trying to do this, and so it's going to be fine. But even on this page, you get to see Scumbug's foot at the top, which is quite nice to see. And also, someone pointed out one of the cows from one of the episodes. Yeah, people really got really invested in the cameos and pointed out a lot of cameos which I would have, like, you know, definitely would have got in my head. However, little side note, we do cut over to the next bit where we do get to see Mikey. He's somewhat like struggling to remember some stuff, and he's somewhat and this pain somewhat reminds him of issue 1 with the Rat King controlling the Turtles, and then Raph starts with all the effects as well. So on the next page, we do cut over to the Turtles in some sort of like warehouse kind of thing, where Gophantos, she's like kidnapped all the Turtles, and she's singing to the Turtles. As her singing ability somehow is the thing that like put Turtles under like a hypnotic trance and that kind of stuff. And she does go on to like somewhat question like maybe she could like use the, you know, like stasis pods things that she used last time. However, because of Mikey, she can't do that, so she has to keep on singing. However, she just tried to make things rhyme and that kind of stuff. However, she's not good at rhyming, so she just does this, and well, at least she tries. And yeah, there isn't really too much to it other than just that bit for this page, but I do like how all the Turtles are like, you know, all tangled up. It reminds me a bit of the episode Gaminator from Fast Forward. We've got to see Vol like picking up all the Turtles. It reminds me a bit of that, but I doubt that was the original intention. But if it was, I really hope it was, but I doubt it. But we never know. Yeah. So on the last page for the preview bit, there isn't really too much other like to it for this bit either, other than just that she keeps on singing, and she goes on to explain for basically that, you know, like, you know, like Phantom thing, it happened. I didn't really want the position, but you know, at the same time, it might be nice, so I might go over it and try and get it. And yeah, there isn't really too much to it other than that, so that's pretty much it for the preview bit here. So I'd say that overall for this bit, it's interesting because like there's a lot of stuff in this bit which I do like. Just because I get to see like so many cameos from like so many different characters from this series, almost like a big celebration for this version of the Turtles. And it's quite nice to see some other stuff in this series, or like this issue in particular. Like we get to see Splinter being human again, and also Shredder going to prison. You know, all stuff which Turtles wants and that kind of stuff. It is quite nice to see. And I do think about the threat, it could be interesting. I don't know. It's just one of these things where I'm somewhat curious to see how the Turtles going to be getting out of this situation, because it's one of these things where I don't know what they could do other than just get like April or Splinter to come in and beat Garfano up, or maybe it could be Shredder or Krang trying to stop her plans. So you know, I feel like it's just going to be interesting to see like how she stood. But I mean, that's honestly like the best part about this one, because it's a very sticky situation they got themselves into. So yeah. Okay, so for the for the discussion actually, to solve a disagreement over who should lead their group, the members of the Phantom have decided to test themselves by facing the TMNT. First one who can soundly defeat the 4 radical reptiles will win the right to run the most insidious criminal organization in the known galaxy. This time, the terrifying Garfano. I said it wrong. Golfala? Yeah, maybe. Tries to trap our team with a sinister siren song. How can the heroes in a harsh show escape her hypnotic hijinks and keep her from claiming total victory? So, yeah, so as I say that with this description, it does sound interesting, and it has asked the same questions which I want answers to, so yeah, I guess that's off to a good sign, but at the same time, I want the answers now. But yeah. Okay, so for the covers, we've got cover A, which is done by Dan Schewing. We do get Steve Toes all like caught up in Garfano's tentacles, and her singing away, and the Toes struggling. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything to really say about this cover, and it's just representing the story and what's going to be happening in the actual issue itself, which is a good thing. It looks nice, and yeah, I like it enough. And then for cover B, we've got done by Erin Hunting. This one is a Shredder themed exclusive cover, just because this month they're releasing the first issue for the Shredder comic, and therefore it would be a good idea to promote it with other comic series with Shredder as a main character. And this one gets the Shredder playing one of the Total arcade games with Krang on there. Yeah, I mean, it looks good enough. I'm not too big of a fan of the art style, it looks way too cartoonish, but as a one-off kind of thing, it works well enough. And then, for the last cover, which is done by Edson Neo, and this one, I mean, I do like the art style with how artistic it looks, with how it's going for a very unique art style, and it goes really hard with it, and it looks quite nice. The only thing which I've got to say about it is, just Garfano herself. She just looks weird and different, like where she doesn't have the full cloak on, and she's more like a woman-like kind of character. So I don't know if it's going to be happening in the actual issue itself. I would somewhat like it too, because it could be an interesting thing to like explore a character a little bit more. But we'll wait and see about that. I think also the only other thing as well, which is a little bit off, is just like seeing the Toast expressions being more angry. I mean, when compared to like every other version with like Toast, like oh god no, like oh damn it, I'm trying to say, you know, with the expressions, is that they look very angry compared to like every other image which like people draw these versions of, will look more happy and more 87 like, and this one looks angry, but oh well. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's again for today guys. Isn't please share, subscribe and that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.